next day. My 2 charges have been invited to stay in Cadassar for a couple of nights. The Sabbath begins this evening, and the rabbi wants them to give the sermon at the synagogue in the morning. He is one of those unassuming country clerics who does very little outwardly, but inwardly is forever in conversation with my boss. He may never get offered a well-paid job in Jerusalem, but he's certainly transformed the day-to-day lives of the people of Cadassar. Simon and Thomas tossed a coin to decide who would do the talking. Sensing the potential danger of Thomas trying to preach, I carefully controlled the coin's toss as it fell to the ground to ensure that the task fell to Simon. Thomas has gone into the vineyards to help with the grape harvest, and Simon is sitting in the synagogue feeling sick with nervousness. The rabbi keeps bringing him food, saying, "You'll be fine, you'll be fine." Both the bread and the encouragement have flown out of the window. I think my help might be required. Early evening. The Sabbath meal has not long finished, and both my charges are soundly asleep. Thomas, after a day's manual work and a full cup of 3 of wine, nearly collapsed into his supper. Simon's sleep is a little gift from me. Gracious, he is a worrier. Earlier I led Simon's thoughts to his favourite of Jesus' stories and prompted him to think about that. Simply, why does it mean so much to him? At that point, the rabbi returned with some Drayton raisin loaf and reminded Simon that he must choose a passage from the scriptures for Thomas to read. Simon spent the next 2 hours reading methodically through the books of the law, while I danced, shouted, jumped, screamed, and finally howled at him that he wanted the scroll of the prophet Isaiah. He ignored me. When he'd worked his way through all 5 books of the law, he turned round to face the cupboard where the scrolls are stored, and I pushed Isaiah down from the top shelf. Fortunately, he caught it. It was a further blessing that when he got to the Song of the Vineyard in chapter 5, he thought, "Oh, blow it, this'll do. It is the grape harvest after all." Otherwise, we'd still be in the synagogue waiting for him to make it as far as chapter 61. Sabbath lunch with the rabbi. The sermon was a triumph. The rabbi is full of warm encouragement, and underneath he's genuinely excited at the possibility that the promised Messiah might have come. Matthias, the now clearly sighted storyteller, is busy explaining to Simon how he might improve his delivery and voice projection, which is not exactly what's required at this juncture, but in his clumsy way, he's also trying to say, "Well done." After lunch, you must all have a good rest, the rabbi has insisted. No one is arguing, least of all Simon. The man is quite exhausted. Monday, midday. The 2 missionary marvels are on their way home. The son has asked him to rejoin him on Tuesday morning, and at walking speed they've a full day's travelling to do. You humans are a remarkably slow species for your size. You would, in my opinion, have been much faster if you had 4 legs. But I didn't have a say in the matter.